Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Thursday. And if it's Thursday, we know what that means. That means it is Twisted Thursday Mandala Madness or Mandala Madness, depending on how you say it. I know everybody says it a little different. We are here for the 27th week update. I cannot believe it. Wow. Where has the time gone? So, Um, for the few new people that I have noticed that, what in the world? I have noticed I have a few new people, and I'll give you a real quick rundown of what Twisted Thursday Mandela Madness is or all about. It is a collaboration between myself and the lovely Amanda Panda over at Obsessive Crochet Lady. We decided last fall, after doing some talking, that we wanted to collaborate and do a project together. And when we first started talking, it was before I had even a channel. And then I started the channel. Somebody's text happy. But and then I had started the channel. So we were talking about possibly doing an Ami together because we both love to make them. We couldn't figure out something we both wanted to make at the same time. So we started talking blankets because we're all the time making blankets for gifting, donating, etc., etc. And who doesn't need another blanket on the hook, right? So after some talking, she had brought up the Mandala Madness blanket, which was a crochet along back in 2016. I had not done that. I was still working medical back then, and I was gone a lot, put in a lot of hours, did not have time, so I never jumped on that bandwagon. Well, she had. She had made a couple of them previously, and she had, at that point, had recently ordered some Christmas cakes from the Knitting Network from the UK. She was all excited. She wanted to use them to make a Christmas version of this blanket. And so I told her, perfect. I will try and track down some cakes with my Christmas colors of choice because I decorate the more whimsical, non traditional. Could not find any. So I told her I was going to just do one in my favorite colorway of Lion Brand Mandala yarn. To which she decided that because that's her favorite color, that she really, really wanted to do one. But she was torn between the Christmas and doing the Lion Brand Mandela version. So we talked a little bit more, and I said, fine, no worries. I will just buy the separate colors of yarn in skeins, and I will transition the colors as it tells you in the written pattern. No big deal. So I did that, but we still kept talking about the Mandela, Lion Brand Mandela yarn cake that we both love. And we decided we were both twisted enough that we would do both of these blankets in tandem. Yes, we are that crazy. And so that was how Twisted Thursday Mandela Madness came to be. Well, the CAL, which was released in 2016 by Helen Shrimpton of crystalsandcrochet.com, looks like this. It came out in 18 parts. There is a bonus additional part that will square it off if you so choose. I don't think Amanda is doing that on either of her blankets, but the pattern for the CAL is available from crystalsandcrochet.com for free. All you have to do is sign up for an account if you do not already have one. Basically, all you do is go in and put in your email and set up a password to gain access, and you can print it out, download it, however you want to do that. We don't, Amanda nor I have ever gotten any emails. I'm pretty sure that maybe if she was going to come out with another count in the future, that we would probably get an email saying, hey, check this out. This is what we're going to be doing in the future, just in case you're interested, which would be cool. I definitely, because I love, love, love her patterns. For the more video tutorial type crocheters, the pattern is also available on YouTube from All in a Nutshell. And she breaks the whole blanket down into the 18 parts plus the bonus um, by round in each. Let me rephrase that. Each section or part. Most of the videos, because I've looked in the description boxes, most of them gives you the time frame of each row in case you would need that. Some of them do not. Um, as Amanda has stated, she is from the UK. The instructions are US terminology. Every now and again, she'll revert back to UK terminology, but then she catches herself. You just have to really pay attention. Um, but I know Amanda has used the tutorials and she has done some beautiful blankets. Right now, she is trying to use the written to get better at pattern reading by different pattern designers. And I feel like I have something in my eye. But anywho, so there's that. And if you don't know our lovely Amanda over at Obsessive Crochet Lady, she is always in the description box of these videos. Go over there and check her out and see the progress on her blankets. We affectionately have nicknamed them the M&Ms because we were doing two. And if you haven't been around for a while, the rest of you guys know I did finish the Christmas version already because I had chose a 4-weight yarn. In hindsight, not a smart idea because the blanket became gargantuan and it was so heavy and so hot. It was giving me problems with my MS with the southern heat that we do get. So after talking to all of you and Amanda, the decision we came up with was I needed to kind of slack off on the Lion brand version, which is a thinner 3-weight, and work on the 4-weight blanket to hurry up and get it done before it killed me. So it is done. I'm not going to show it today. I will bring it back on my finale when everything is all said and done so you can see it again. But for the other one that I am working on, that both of us are working on, it is with the Lion brand Mandala yarn cakes in the colorway Nifflers. Yes, my favorite. Also Amanda's favorite. I started my cake with this lighter aqua teal right here. And her blanket, she started with her cake with the pink. So even though it is the same blanket, they look entirely different because they were started with a different color. So the colors are working up totally different. Either way, they are absolutely gorgeous. If you love rainbows, I don't know how you could not. You would love these. But anyhow, these cakes are 5.3 ounces or 150 grams, 590 yards or 540 meters, 100% acrylic, a lightweight number 3. And I cannot read the hook and needle recommendations because Missy is half blind and has visual issues. So there's the Nifflers info, and there is your other information on there. You can probably read it. So yes, I currently, since we started these so far, I have put in 7 total cakes that have been finished. Yes, I have finished 7 total altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 that are all done. I'm currently on the 8th cake and I'm halfway through. I don't think the 8th cake is going to last. So I may end up cracking into a 9th cake. Guess we'll just have to see because the further we get, the bigger this monster gets and the more stitches there are. And by the time we end, I'm going to go through and calculate how many stitches we had for the entire blanket. Yeah. because as most of you know, I actually weighed my Christmas version. Was it a couple weeks ago when I showed it finished? Because I was really curious as to how much it weighed. And the weight on it was, well, I wrote it down in ounces, 99.2 ounces, which is 2 ounces, 2 pounds. It was 6.2 pounds for that blanket. Or, let's see. I know our Yarny friend Sam, she does grams. So that blanket was 2,812.273 grams. Yeah, it was heavy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So last week I ended on round 97. That was as far as we had gotten. So as of the update last week, I was picking up on round 98. Where did I get this week? Well, I did round, and I was in part 16. So I did round 98, 99, 100, 101, 102. No, I was ending on part 15. So I got to the end of part 15. I picked up part 16. I finished part 16. And I have started in part 17. And I have done one round in part 17, which was 103. So now, after this, I will be starting on round 104. I have 8 rounds left. 8 rounds. I did 6 rounds since last week. And I'm so proud of her. She is getting to be so, well, she was always pretty. What am I saying? And I didn't weave in my ends from this week yet. So, where is my, I know I have a stitch marker. All right, last week we were picking up here. That's why I put the little 3 danglies. And so from the yellow under the pink, let me get down here. Yeah, right there. I got all the way up to here. And we have gone through a couple transitions in this row. We went from yellow to orange to pink, and had just barely picked up the purple right there. Oh, she is so gorgeous. She is so gorgeous. I know I've talked to a couple of our Yarny friends, and I don't know how I'm going to act with these done when they're finally done, because they've become like a mainstay. Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing all the way to the bottom because I can't see, but yeah, isn't she stunning? Isn't she lovely? I know I can't sing. But yeah, we are starting to build up on here. I think we have one more row where we're going to be putting in some popcorns in here. So they look like flower buds on these fans right here. And then we start evening out all the rows so that we can make her round, so that she's perfectly round by the end. But this round 103 that I finished had, as I've got it broke down into the stitches, Snitches get stitches. There was 80 single crochet, 16 half double, 248 double crochet, 240 front post double crochet, 240 back post double crochet, 104 V stitches, plus 120 chain 1 spaces, for a grand total of 1,048 stitches just in this last round right here. Yep, just in the last round, there was 1,048. There, you can see it better. It's kind of, well, it's a little harder when you've got all different colors. Yeah, this last round, because, there we go. Those are the front and back post. Those are the V stitches, as you can see. Oh, mercy. Yep, yep, yep. Getting down to the wire. I can't believe that I have finished 103 rounds on this one. But she's not as bad because she's a lightweight number 3. I'm not roasting or suffocating, and it's not too heavy. I think that's why I'm going to miss her. Yeah. But I will be glad to see her all finished. And she's really too big to see in the full frame. But, yeah. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So yeah, that's this week's update. Like I said, I am on the 8th cake, and this is where I am with the 8th cake. We have the purple, the deeper blue, to transition back out to the lighter shades of teal, the 2 shades of teal. And then we will pick up on this one. Hopefully, after this one's gone, I think this one should be enough to finish it off for a whopping total of, what did I say, 8 or 9? It would be 9, I think. Yeah, because we've finished 7 of them, and I have not put them in my bucket for finished yarn bands yet because the project's not finished. The ones from the Christmas version did, except for the colors that still had some left in the ball. And I'm trying to get those used up on things. So until those are used up, those ball bands will not go in. But there was a total of 10 of them out of the 15 that did. Yeah. And so far we've got 7 full ones that are done. This is the 8th one. And then, let me put this back in here. This will be the 9th one. And hopefully I won't have to grab another one out of the box. Because I was kind of struggling here lately to find cakes that started in the center with the teals, because I've been making sure that they all start and stop with the different teals. And I'm almost positive, unless I dig further back in the Yarnscape, there might be some stacked in there. But I wanted to keep it going that way so that all my colors were transitioning exactly the same all the way through. So yeah, there's that, guys. I'm super excited, even though at the same time I'm starting to get sad. Get these all together. And then this is the bonus part where you can square it off. I'm still uncertain right now at this point if I'm going to square it off, because we have been working on them since, I did look up the date. Our first update week was November 28th on Thanksgiving Day. That was to show you where we had started and done the first 5 rounds. Yeah, in the center. Was on Thanksgiving Day last year. So we've been working on them a while. So I don't know that I'm going to square it off at this point in time. I may at a later date. Um, yeah, I've just got to get a lot of projects caught up, because I'm behind on quite a few things and I need to get them caught up. And so I think maybe at a later date when I don't have so much on my table, said no crocheter ever, really. That's a big lie, Missy. We always have more on our table than we're supposed to. But maybe at some point, if I'm feeling froggy, I will square this off. Um, but I like the way the Christmas version came out and I left it round. I did not want to square that one off. It was already heavy enough. That would have put it well over 7, probably going on 8 pounds. Um, Close to 8 pounds if I would have done that. And I wasn't going to do it. It's going to be decorative because it's so stinking heavy anyway. But this one, even though it's lighter weight, I know I'm yeah, I'm thinking maybe at a later date I might, unless because I'm really wanting to do this one right here that has the purple heart in the center. I'm really wanting to do this colorway in this Mandala Madness. I think it would be absolutely stunning. I just think I need to get my hands on because I can't remember if it's 2 or 4 of those cakes. I would have to dig out my tote. There's 2 right here. I think I have some more in a tote in the spare bedroom in the stacks in the closet. So I know I would need probably, if there are 2 more in there, fingers crossed, I would need like 2 more, I think. If I would need 4 more. So I'm going to have to figure that out before I even start it. But I want to get some projects caught up first. So with that, I'm just yammering like the crocheter that I am. All for the love of crochet. We never stop talking when it comes to the yarn and the yarny goodness and the projects we're doing and all that fun stuff. I know. I know those people in our 3D lives that don't understand the whole yarn addiction thing or the love of the craft. I know they must think we're crazy. Um, I know sometimes, and I always picture people who are listening to us talk about it that have no idea or anything about it or the love we have for it. Remember in the Charlie Brown and Snoopy cartoons, the adults always sounded like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." I envision that's how they hear us when we're talking about it. Just plain and simple. "Rah, rah, rah, rah." Yeah. But anyhow, this is already 23 minutes long, all about one blanket. So I guess I'm going to let you guys go. And I will leave you with these parting words. Before I say that, if you haven't gone and checked out Amanda's video for her update for this week, please go check her out. It's down in the description box. Amanda, Obsessive Crochet Lady. Her blankets are absolutely gorgeous. Her Christmas version is entirely different than mine. Gorgeous in its own right. Her color palette for Christmas is different. I think that these blankets we've been making for the last 6, going on 7 months have just turned out absolutely beautiful. So, yeah, go check her out. And if you're not subscribed to her, go ahead and subscribe. She's got a lot of different content on her channel, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You never know what she's going to come out with. And yeah, so thanks for stopping by today and checking out our update. And hopefully, we will have some good amount of progress by next week. In a perfect world, I wish I could get it done, but I don't know because there's so many stitches. And I've been so busy lately. Um, but I don't know. We'll see. But anyhow, I'm going to leave you with these words. Life is not perfect, so be kind. Try and create something new every day and keep reaching for the stars in your yarn. So till next time, guys, love you bunches. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.